So I'm guessing a lot of you guys are using ProPresenter maybe to output screen content to your LED screens, and you're using ProPresenter for pretty much everything. So this class or session's more of like this is Resolume, this is what it can do, this is why you should look into maybe using it versus ProPresenter. I have never needed to really use anything else other than this for pretty much everything I've done. You're able to like map your LED walls in here, like kind of do some scaling. If you're going like directly into like LED processing, you can move your content in whatever 1920 by 1080 or 3840 by 2160 output. So you can pretty much adjust in Resolume your LED screen and like map it there and scale it. Resolume also gives you a lot of flexibility and like on the fly changes. So like if you're looking on the screens here, I have all these empty tiles, and you can put video clips in here or any type of source, and you can pretty much just like, you know, flow with the band or flow with the worship and have options to like go back and forth or put multiple things on top of each other, where, you know, ProPresenter is just like one video or one clip playing one at a time. Resolume also has really reliable playback. They use a specific codec called DXV. It makes your video files really big, but it gives you the most information for playback and like to put effects on it. So it's really steady. It also shows you your frames per second in here. So like you can see when it's like dropping below 30 or 60, whatever you guys are running. Yeah, I mean, you're able to do time code in here. So if you're doing like your band is running tracks and they stay on track and click all the time, you can do time code and do like a time coded video in Resolume. You can do that with just like an audio input through an interface and just be in sync with the band and line it up, be on time. So if you make a video with hits and lyrics, it'll be on time with the band. There's one other thing in here that I really love that Resolume can do. It's called NDI. So ProPresenter is now able to send NDI outputs. So pretty much I can send lyrics however, whatever size, whatever style, for the LED screens from ProPresenter, and it sends over NDI with alpha, so you're not having to worry about keying out black or whatever color. And you can have, you know, lyrics out however style you want to, designed for whatever screen. So you could have it on each screen, do like a left adjusted or right adjusted, and it's just all done over Cat5. You don't have to worry about any other feeds. It's super simple and super easy. I'm gonna show you a little bit on that later. But so this is, you know, I kind of put together a basic Resolume look here. So the LED screen is 4096 by 2048. So this is like brand new. This is how every time you open Resolume, it'll look like this. So let's go change the composition size and just call it offline session. Change the resolution here to 4096 by 2048. Cool. And then you can change these options if you need to. I usually just keep it on auto, and you can do 16-bit. But yeah, a lot of times your content or your outputs aren't 16-bit. But we can just put it on there for fun. Cool. So now you can see all of our resolutions change here a little bit. So now let's go to output and advanced. So for this, I'm actually sending NDI to the Resolume computer in the back, just for, you know, this class. So it looks like everything's fine here. I'm gonna keep it so we don't lose that connection and all that. So if I go in here to output and turn on the test card, yeah, there we go. We have the test card behind me. That's outputting from my computer, running over NDI to their computer. So we have the connection, everything's good. Let me show you a few more things in the output. So you see here, if you see on the side screens, the input selection is just the full screen with, if I change it, you can see it's on the screens behind me moving in that direction. So let's say I go to half, go to the output transformation, you see like I have that half of the test card stretched over this full output. So let's go back here, click on whole area. So back to the output, you see it's filling the screen now. And if I go here and move it, I'm taking that input and squishing the input, and then I'm able to move it wherever you want to here. So this is really helpful when you have like multiple LED screens and you want to like map them and account for gaps and stuff. So you can like, keep going and adding slices. So slices are essentially like, pretty much each individual screen, or how you can move something in your output transformation up here. So, I mean, this output is pretty simple. It's just, 2 side by 1 full, 4K output. But you could do this in the output if your screens were like split, maybe like a screen on the left side of your stage and right side, and you had like a center gap or something, and you wanted to account for like a gap in Resolume, you could do something like this. Now you have like a left and a right side, and you can move stuff like that for however your screens are set up. But let's just go back to just the one. We're gonna fit right on the screen now. So now let's turn off the output, the test card. Cool. So I don't know how many of you guys have used Resolume before, but this is just the normal boot up. I like to have all of my layers up. It's just, it's always outputting. But so yeah, this is a layer going horizontally. So you can add as many layers as you want. Just right click, insert above or new, same thing. And then you have your columns, which are like vertical. So let's just drag in a bunch of like solids here. So now you have your columns, and you can have multiple files set up in clips. So let's put that on top, and you want to fire that column. So that's there. And you can change blending modes and stuff. So let's make that fit. And then if you go here, you can change a blending mode. So let's do like a difference blending. So on the screen behind me, you can see it's like that purple color now. And if we turn up, this is your fade time for each layer. So now you can see if we turn that off, it's gonna go back to the normal color. Let's do like red here. Do red now. It's gonna shift all the colors like that. This gives you a lot more like flexibility through worship and making stuff every week in your weekend services or whenever your services may be. You can kind of build it out with lighting and with cues and stuff, and you're just able to build things where in ProPresenter it's more of like playing back a clip to clip to clip. Here you're able to customize things a little bit more.